Black men, I see you. I'm proud of y'all. You guys are not gonna let them bully you, harass you into voting for Kamala Harris. Continue to hold your ground, okay?
Black men and black women in America are fundamentally different, despite coming from the same community. We value different things, we have different experiences, and we have different outlooks on the community, which creates a wedge in the gap. And even though black men have been voting the same ways that black women have in the last few years, and this has started to change significantly, creating a bigger separation between the two groups. But stop the show. It seems like some black men and black women are getting on code when it comes to politics. Now remember what Barack Obama said about black men.
You're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable.
And I thought that a lot of black women would be for Barack Obama, kind of chastising black men who to vote for. And of course you have women like that. What I am shocked about are these black women who are coming to the defense of these black men and the disrespect they were getting from Barack Obama. I want to give a shout out to Mark Cruz for sending me these videos of these certain ladies who are going to explain themselves.
This message is for Barack. Ain't never did a ass thing for in the 8 years he was in the White House ever. Obama. Keep black men's name out your mouth. We not about to do that. That's what we not about to do. And I'm a black woman that's not playing with your Mr. Biracial.
Damn.
Okay? You ain't did a thing for us in the 8 years that you was in the White House. And you think you gonna pop up during an election year and try to scold black men for not wanting to vote for your candidate? Have you lost your mind? I need you to go back into whatever cave and hole came out of and stay there.
Damn.
You're not about to come out and try to disrespect black men. We're not about to do that. And this is a black woman telling you that. It's not happening. I'm not going for it. If you thought that I was going to hop on a bandwagon and be like, yeah, tell them, no. Be quiet.
This is starting to change, actually. In this election, I've seen this becoming a little bit more different. And to my surprise, it's becoming quite different. Now, I've heard, a lot of the black women in Chicago, you have like Chicago Red going on down there and things like that. So this is kind of surprising that a lot of black women are actually defending black men when typically, Kamala Harris represents a change for them, because, it would be, listen, you got a black woman in power. So this is a black woman empowerment kind of thing. So let's get her in there. And surprisingly, a lot of sisters are saying no to that.
Be quiet. There are millions of people in this country that are not voting Kamala, and it's her mother fault. Every time she open her mouth, bullshit flies out. Teleprompter, no teleprompter. It's all shit.
That's true. It's true.
We know she was raised in a middle class family. We don't give a fuck. The last 4 years have been hell for us.
Right.
And you sitting over there with your millions of dollars and you gonna reemerge, come out of hiding when they need you, and then you gonna point your finger at black men?
And it's crazy because he didn't even endorse Kamala Harris at all. He wanted Joe Biden to take somebody else, which I don't even feel like Joe Biden wanted to give it to Kamala Harris, but this was the best chance that they had, was to put somebody black and somebody that's a woman to become the president. And now Obama is castigating black men even when he didn't want Kamala Harris at first. This is crazy.
It's not happening. What Iyanla said, not on my watch. Not on my watch. Take your back to the hole you crawled out of with that big ass wife you got. And leave us alone. Period. We shouldn't have voted for your mother during the 8 years that you was there.
True.
A lot of my people was blinded by the fact that you came out as a dark-skinned man. And they took that and they ran with it. But people are waking the up, and we don't care about color right now. because people are hungry and the grocery stores is high as hell. It's hell.
Now, let's look at this chart here. You can see the difference in prices from before Biden came into office till after he came into office. Just look at this chart here and you can see how much things really are now that Biden is in office.
And we have inflation. And we have coming into this country getting more money than the people who have been affected by hurricanes.
Migrant crisis.
So we don't give a about what you gotta say. All right? Go back to where you came from and keep black men's name out of your mouth. Thank you.
Let's go to the next one.
Governor Walz, according to Politico, is going to be going out on a men tour, literally a tour of media to appeal to men.
They need to appeal to the needs of the voters. And so when I was a delegate for President Obama in both of his elections in Ohio, right now the vice president is down 11 points in Ohio, even though I fully expect President Trump to take Ohio as he did twice. But to be down 11 points compared to President Biden, that is a problem. But this other issue I want to bring up is a problem too. Why are black men being lectured to? Why are black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group? Now, a lot of love for former President Obama, but for him to single out black men is wrong. And some of the black men that I have talked to have their reasons why they want to vote a different way. And even if some of us may not like that, we have to respect it. So unless President Barack Obama is going to go out and lecture every other group of men from other identity groups, my message for Democrats is don't bring it here to black men who by and large don't vote much differently from black women. And why? As a politician, we should be trying to get all voters to vote. And hopefully there are a few good men out there who do care about the stripping away of some of women's bodily autonomy. But this is wrong for President Obama. It is a wrong course for the Harris-Walz campaign to lay at the feet of black men when they have their reasons. In 2020, the vice president was labeled a cop, as we know.
But do you think, sorry to interrupt you, Nina, but do you think he's right that one of the reasons is because they don't like the idea of
it might be some listen, black men are socialized in the same society as any other man. So yes, is misogyny maybe a part of it? But again, is President Obama and is the Harris-Walz campaign going to lecture other male groups in the same way that they're lecturing?
This is not just about,
I don't think so.
It's not just about Pennsylvania. It's not just about men. It sounds like there's a concern that there's a broad problem for Vice President Harris with the blue wall.
So again, that was former Senator Nina Turner, who is a Democrat herself, but didn't agree with the talking points that Barack Obama had towards black men. And we all know as men, we need our respect. A lot of black men are tired of accepting disrespect from just Democrats and people just in general.
So I got a couple of questions for the woman that's running for goddamn president.
I like this lady. I just like all her videos are like this. Shout out to her. Her name is Minnie, Minni on TikTok.
And then I got a question to all of you Trump, not Trump supporters, but Kamala supporters. You Trump supporters, y'all step the fuck back. It's just me and these Kamala supporters now. I got a couple of questions for y'all.
Right.
First of all, let me go to the president. Or should I say vice president? Number one, sweetheart. How exactly are these people down south are supposed to apply for this little goofy ass FEMA payment that you done came up with if they don't have any kind of electricity?
Damn.
Their computers, more than likely their phones, have been washed away.
I never thought about it like that. Damn, she's actually right.
There is absolutely no communication whatsoever. So from Hurricane Helene, you gave them that one-time $750 payment that they had to apply, number one. And then those that did apply, they got denied. So what was this program for?
Facts.
My next question. How exactly did FEMA run out of funds? And not too long ago, just shortly before this goofy ass shit happened with Hurricane Helene, yo gave Lebanon $135 million.
Oh my God! 135 million? But FEMA ran out. Lebanon ain't gonna never do nothing for the United States. But watch, she about to drop some more receipts here.
Before that, you gave $2 billion to Ukraine. A week before that, you gave $8 billion to Israel. And what's weird about this whole FEMA thing is that after you apply and you actually do get access to this shit, how do you explain it to the mother that actually signed up for this shit, actually got through? How exactly do you explain it to them that at some point they have to pay that shit mother back?
Whoa, is that true? Somebody fact check that in the comments. Is that true? So you gotta pay this back as a citizen, but Lebanon get $135 million? I mean, Israel getting $8 billion? Ukraine getting $2 billion? We already know what y'all doing with the migrant crisis, man. It's crazy. I don't even want to talk about that. And that stuff happened under Biden. The Biden administration did all of that with the migrant crisis. You know, got New York City all messed up, Chicago all messed up. Both of those mayors is gonna be gone. Eric Adams, he gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Johnson, he gonna be gone. And you know who's suffering because of all that? It's black people, right? It's crazy. Shout out to her for this video.
Black men, I see you. I'm proud of y'all. You guys are not gonna let them bully you, harass you into voting for Kamala Harris. Continue to hold your ground, okay? Black women, I don't know. Y'all are lost in the sauce. I don't know what it's gonna take for y'all to leave the plantation. But black men, the fight is not over, okay? We gotta go too big to rig. Trump 2024, like I said, the fight is not over. Continue to spread the word. Continue to talk to people. Every vote matters. Black men, I see you, okay? I'm so proud of y'all. Keep fighting.
Damn. You never really hear this. It's like the tide is kind of changing here. But let's listen to this clip.
Barack Obama, the biggest fraud, is trying to shame black people for not supporting Kamala Harris. Obama, you are the reason why we don't vote based on anymore, okay? And there's nothing you can say or do to make us vote for Kamala Harris. Barack Obama, why don't you go away and take Kamala Harris with you? Because we're sick of y'all.
Shout out to the sister. A lot of the women are also seeing things happening with them. And that is, women's rights are not actually necessarily increasing if you see what's going on with some of the sports and, you know, some of the rights when it comes to certain issues in the LGBTQ. I'll leave that alone. So some women are not really feeling that. And you know, Kamala Harris is really big on transgender rights and things like that. Some women might feel, and I've seen this, a little bit threatened by those positions put out there by Democrats. But for whatever the reason is, it seems that you have a lot more black women coming out. I remember in 2016, a lot of black women was secretly voting for Trump, or some of them did secretly vote for Trump and didn't want to come out and talk about it, right? I was one of the people that talked about voting for Trump in 2016, and it was few blacks that did. So now way more blacks are on that red team, and it's all because of the mistakes Democrats have made. Democrats have lost the opportunity with black people. It's not that Republicans have done so much for blacks in the last 8 years. It's that Democrats have done so horrible with blacks in the last 8 years. They got the opportunity back in 2020 and they continue to struggle. So they're the reasons why black folks are talking about this. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode here on the channel. I'm out.